Todd Pletcher settling several of this year's Derby, and 4 of them came out of sales at Keeneland. Let's talk about Verrazano first. What do you remember about him at the sale here?
Well, he's actually a colt that was on our radar screen before we even got to the sale, because we had his half-brother El Padrino, who we liked quite a bit. He just finished second in a maiden race at Saratoga, so we kind of came here looking for him, and being a son of More Than Ready, who we also bought at Keeneland, we had a lot of success with him, so it's kind of a natural fit for us.
What stood out about him?
He's a big colt, for More Than Ready. He's one of the bigger More Than Readys I'd seen. Very strong colt. Reminded us a lot of his half-brother El Padrino, just a good athletic colt.
Overanalyze out of the September sale as well. What stood out about him?
Well, Jim Kruppe picked him out for Mike Rapoli as a yearling. Obviously a very good-looking Dixie Union. They paid more than the average for Dixie Union at that time. Very athletic, well-balanced colt. Good-looking yearling.
Revolutionary.
Revolutionary, actually, we picked up later on out of a 2-year-old training seller. Windstar did. So I saw him at the OBS sale, but Elliot Walden and his team picked him out. Terrific pedigree, great bottom side, very attractive colt.
And Malice, I think, came through 2 sales here at Keeneland, right?
He did. He came to Dogwood, purchased him out of the Keeneland 2-year-old training sale, and came to us at Saratoga. Beautiful moving horse, great looking colt, and classy looking horse.
Let's talk about how those horses come into the Derby. Verrazano first. Any questions about the distance with him?
Well, nothing that we've seen so far. Everything we've done with him has been a step up in distance and a step up in class, and he's handled everything really well. So we're really happy with his progression. I think with a 1.25 miles is always a little bit of a question mark for everyone, but based on what we've seen, the way he's finished his races and his works, we're confident. There
will be all those questions about the fact that he didn't start as a 2-year-old. Is that foundation an issue, do you think?
I don't think so. He's had four races well spaced out so far this year, and I think he couldn't be coming up to it any better.
Overanalyze, what clicked for him in Arkansas after the subpar effort up in New York?
I think he was just a little rusty off the layoff, and maybe I didn't do quite enough with him. He seemed to improve during the 6 weeks in between, trained a little better, and I think he's 2 for 2 at 1.1 miles, and seems to like the added distance.
And he's bad Dixie Union, but in the Union Rags won the Belmont last year. Do you see things and what do you see in him that tells you he can go mile?
Well, he's out of an unaccounted for mare, which I think gives some added stamina, but Dixie Union's proven that he can get a classic type horse, and this horse, winning at 1.1 miles as a 2-year-old, and now again as a 3-year-old, I think that should suggest he'll get the 1.25 miles.
Revolutionary. Talk about the 2 races he's had this year, some eventful trips.
Yes, he's had one very eventful trip in the race at Aqueduct, and not too many horses can overcome that kind of trip and be successful, which he was. And bottom side of his pedigree suggests he'll go along as well.
Obviously, Calvin knows his way around there. Why do you think he fits this horse well?
Well, we've had luck with Calvin. I think it's a great team with Windstar and Calvin. With his win on Super Sabre, we had a few options, and it was close. There's some good riders, but anytime a guy wins a Derby for you, I think he deserves another shot.
And lastly, one on Malice. Just, you think he's better on the dirt?
I have always thought he was a very good horse on the dirt. He's pretty unlucky in the Louisiana Derby. Had a difficult trip and came back and redeemed himself in the bluegrass. And hopefully he trains as well at Churchill as he has everywhere else.
And lastly, just a quick comment on this horse that won the Lexington Winning Cause. What's come to hand for him, and can he do it in dirt?
Well, we're not sure if it's Keeneland that he likes so much, or if he's just getting better. But he broke his maiden here at last fall, and now he's 2 for 2 this spring. But I think he's an improving colt. We'll see about the dirt.